What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Constellation. Constellation is a crypto that I rate quite highly, and I gotta say as well, it's one that I think's gone under the radar quite a lot, really, given I suppose given the turmoil in the markets. And speaking of turmoil in the markets, you know, with regards to FTX, the fallout from that continues. A market maker has gone, basically paused everything that they're doing while they try and gain additional liquidity so that, you know, they don't have to dissolve and liquidate a ton of positions. So, interesting scenario. I'll talk about that as well in this video. Because remember, the fallout from FTX is nowhere close to done. Exchanges and market makers are going to go down left, right, and center. But before I get into that, if you are new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins that I owned when I made the channel, and the first 26 coins I spoke about when I made the channel. Had you just put $100 into each of these coins when I released videos about them, and you then ignored them for 2 years, just did everything wrong, you'd still be in profit for 6.3k, doing absolutely everything wrong. But if you'd sold these coins last year, like I did, when the markets were rocketing up, the $100 into each of these coins, the $2,600 investment, would have netted you a profit of 123 grand. Now that's a huge difference between doing the right thing and the wrong thing. Now, as I said, sold all these off. If you want to see the coins that I currently hold, the ones in my portfolio, you can go to copymycrypto.com. The link's on the screen. On that site, I share my holdings. I release videos on a daily basis talking about the markets. If I ever buy or sell a coin, the members are alerted in real time, so they know what I'm doing. We have tutorials set up so that anyone that's new to crypto can start off and get going. These ones are perfect and really simple and easy to use. And then on top of that, guys, look, there's a history of success on this channel and on the site. Phantom was the my pick for the previous bull cycle. Said it would be the best investment of the year. Said it would be comfortably the best crypto investment of the year, would 100x or more. Did a Udemy course dedicated to Phantom because I was so confident. Even though no one, not a single YouTuber in 2020 was talking about Phantom, I dedicated an entire course to the fact that it was going to 100x or more. If you'd have put in 2 grand when I did that course, because the price was half a cent when I did that course, and you sold at the all-time high, which is $3.46, you'd have made a profit of 1.34 million. Now, I will find another Phantom, and when I do, the members are going to find out all about it. So if you want to learn about the next big gainer of the bull cycle of 2024, go to the site and read through it, and remember, everything on there can be verified on the YouTube channel. And I'll see you there. So Constellation. I like Constellation. Now, right now, priced at 3.7 cents. Market cap of 47 million. I do firmly believe this can be a 50-cent coin or more. There is a reason that I'm limiting the upside, actually, and that's partly due to the circulating supply, because only 34% of that is out right now. So with still a lot of the token to be released, I don't believe that necessarily it can do something insane right now, or I don't believe that I'm willing to put my neck on the line, my head on the line, neck on the line, whatever it is, because there's too much token distribution to occur still. Now, one thing I will say about Constellation, right? DAG network, I'm a big fan of DAG architecture. DAG architecture is infinitely scalable, and that was part of the reason I liked Phantom. Now, what Constellation have done, combined with their DAG protocol, they've got custom state channels, and Constellation is driving the evolution of what smart contracts are. And if you're unfamiliar, smart contract is effectively just a set of circumstances that trigger the contract to be activated. It's like if you get a takeaway, like if you call a pizza place, you go, I want this pizza, and their deal is 30. If they'll get it to you 30 minutes or less, and it's free. 30 minutes or less. If they can't do that, then you don't have to pay. So the money goes into an escrow. They deliver it. If they deliver it in 30 minutes, they've triggered inside 30 minutes. They've triggered the conditions for the smart contract to be implemented, and that money for the pizza would then go directly to them. That's what smart contract is. Now, Constellation is looking at integrating data sources into the DLT tech that they've got, or the DLT. I don't know why I'm saying DLT tech, because I'm effectively saying distributed ledger technology tech. But yeah, so by allowing data sources to do this, what this should feasibly do is minimize the requirements, I suppose, for multiple oracles or anything like that. Now, the Constellation founders are Benjamin Jorgensen, Benjamin Diggles, Matthias Goldman, and Wyatt Meldman Flock. Now, they all have pretty good records working at either big corporations or, founders of other startups. So they've got a pretty good history of success, all of them across the board. And you can go look at their LinkedIn's effectively if you want. But their whole focus with Constellation is to process big data with maximum scalability, easy integration, and low transaction fees and high security. They aim to process huge data sets in a secure and cost-effective manner. Now, what interests me about Constellation, there's a few different things, okay? So, firstly, insanely scalable. 60,000 transactions per second is massive. 80,000 transactions per second is actually massive. Okay, there's not that many that are doing that. It is partnered with the US Air Force. It's actually delivering tech that the US Air Force use, I believe, for drones. Who do you think have an incentive for Constellation to do well? The American government. Because these have to do well, because I bet you any money that there's going to be a decent share of the supply will be owned to some degree by governments. They've got good holders, DAG wallet holders, a good amount. They've got a lot staked, so it's a very, very secure network. As I said, really a fan of DAG networks because they're so scalable, as can be seen from the fact that they're banging out 80,000 transactions per second. They're starting to really push on ecosystem growth as well. So they do have incentivization programs for them. You can see some of the projects that have been utilized so far. None I would say are amazing or anything like that. I think they have a way to go in terms of growing this, but we're actually seeing growth. We're actually seeing them pushing to grow. So that for me bodes really well. It underpins some of the work that Quant do. Quant, I do also believe, is hugely undervalued. They, in terms of working with businesses, like as you can see, they're working with a few already, including Amazon Web Services, the US Air Force, US Space Force as well. And, you can also see the community links. I recommend keeping an eye on this one because they're doing things that actually I think are interesting. They believe that they should be the standard for federal security. And I like that. Not that I like governments or anything like that, but they believe that by applying their blockchain protocol to the military's digital infrastructure, they make the military the most secure that they can possibly be, providing end-to-end federal security. Imagine if this ends up being the thing that is used by all American governments. You know, you can see the letter of support they've got from the US Air Force. You can see the key government partners that they've got. You know, some of these are big boys. I think this is hugely undervalued because that partnership with the governments, with aspects of the American government, they're looking good. They're also hiring. How many of these crypto companies at the moment are hiring? And we're not talking like they've got proper positions. They're good to go. So I'm thinking this is going to be really strong. 50 cents feels like the minimum that they should really do. The only question, I suppose, is like how much do they grow their ecosystem and how fast does the token itself get distributed? Because obviously the more that the tokens are released, the less that we're going to see. The price appreciation. Although I will point out 2.6 billion market, 2.6 circulating supply. So again, terrible from CoinMarketCap. But yeah, so actually, 96 million market. Yeah, I mean, I'll stick with 50 cents. But it could feasibly do more. But a government partnership in 2017-18, a government partnership wouldn't have swayed me. Hell, I remember, I think it was Factum. There's a coin called Factum that had a government partnership. So Ella had a partnership with Microsoft in 2016. And crypto wasn't mainstream. Crypto wasn't ready to be adopted by the masses. Crypto wasn't ready to be adopted by banks, institutions, governments. Now, we are. Oh no, I mean, we're certainly closer. That would be my point. Not necessarily that we are, but we are definitely closer. I don't know what's just happened with the camera. And I think that government partnership is going to serve them very, very well. And their growth is inevitable. But what do you guys think? Yeah, what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. What concerns you about Constellation? What makes you go, holy hell, this could do a lot? Let me know in the comments down below. And guys, if you want to see the coins I own right now, go to copymycrypto.com. Like I said on that site, I release videos on a daily basis talking about the markets. I share anytime I buy or sell a coin, I share my entire portfolio. I have tutorials set up for the members so that they can learn about how to trade and everything else. I have a history of success on this channel. I have a history of success on that site. No one in 2020 spoke about Phantom at all. I was the only one. I said it would 100x or more. I was very right. I will find another Phantom. When I do, the members will find out all about it. And they will know what percentage of my holdings that will reflect. They will know exactly why I'm getting in on it, why I believe something can do a huge, huge run. If you want to know that, if you want to get in on that, and if you want to make those crazy gains, then go to the link on the screen and check it out, guys. And remember, everything on the site can be verified on the YouTube channel. So feel free to do that. And maybe I'll see you there. And last thing, guys, FTX fallout continues. So this is nice and quick. Oros Global is a crypto trading firm and market maker. And they disclosed yesterday that they were granted a provisional liquidation request last month from a court as part of efforts to restructure outstanding debt to lenders. Basically, the events that transpired around FTX required this decision. They themselves, Oros, had $20 million of funds frozen on FTX. As a result, obviously, they don't have access to those, so they can't utilize that money to offset the lenders that are recalling their debts, effectively. So the company found itself in a position where immediate liquidity was insufficient to satisfy recalls from lenders. Management and directors remained confident in the long-term prospects of the business, but obviously they have to restructure to deal with this situation first. They do believe that upon successful implementation of restructuring, they will resume as normal. As I've said to everyone that can hear me on this channel, the fallout is not going to be done for a long time. And while I think a lot of people are using hyperbole and nonsense talk with regards to this is going to set the markets back years and all that crap. What I do believe is that I don't think it will have that level of lasting impact, but I do believe we'll see, a number of exchanges that did have funds and positions on FTX, and they're not going to be able to access them anymore. As a result, I think that we're going to end up finding a few different firms really struggling to recover. But let's see. Hopefully not. And that's it for me, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.